All right, so Adobe just had their Q1 2025 earnings call.
Yeah,
And wow, there's a lot to dig into.
absolutely.
They just had an amazing quarter.
They hit a record-breaking quarter, that's for sure.
Let's break it all down, huh?
Yeah, let's take a look under the hood, see what's driving these numbers.
What are some of the headline numbers?
Well, they pulled in revenue of $5.71 billion,
Okay.
which is an 11% jump year over year.
Yeah, that's huge.
And earnings per share, the GAAP earnings per share was $4.14.
Okay.
And the non-GAAP EPS came in at $5.08, which is a 13% increase year over year.
So solid gains across the board, it sounds like.
Yeah, really strong performance. But, it's not just the top line numbers
Right.
we're looking at here. One of the most interesting things, I think, is how Adobe is now presenting their financials.
Ooh.
They're moving away from their traditional categories, like Creative Cloud, Experience Cloud.
Yeah,
They're now focusing on two key customer segments.
I see.
These two segments are business professionals and consumers.
Okay. And then creative and marketing professionals.
So what's the thinking behind this new approach?
It's really all about, I think, recognizing distinct customer needs.
Okay.
So take the business professionals and consumers segment, for example.
Mm-hmm.
This group is all about efficiency,
Yeah.
ease of use.
Right.
And Adobe's products, like Acrobat and Express, are perfect for that.
Yeah.
This segment, by the way, is booming.
Okay. So that explains some of the growth.
Yeah, exactly.
What's driving that growth? Why is that segment booming?
Well, Acrobat is really the star here,
Uh-huh.
especially with their new AI-powered Acrobat Assistant.
Okay.
It supports multiple languages.
Cool.
It has some really interesting intelligent contract features.
Yeah.
And, it's attracting a ton of new users.
Makes sense.
In fact, Acrobat's monthly active users jumped 23% year over year.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a huge number.
Yeah. That's really impressive growth.
Yeah, they're really hitting the mark with this segment. Okay, so what about their kind of core creative tools?
Yeah.
The creative and marketing professional segment.
Yeah. Well, this segment, which includes those crown jewels,
Right.
Photoshop, Illustrator, the Experience Cloud,
Mhm.
this segment is seeing steady growth, just fueled by their dominance in creative software and marketing solutions.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into those segments.
Okay.
Specifically, I want to look at their digital media offerings.
Okay.
What's going on there?
So their digital media segment, which includes both Creative Cloud and Document Cloud,
Mm-hmm.
it brought in $4.23 billion.
Okay.
That's a 12% increase compared to last year.
So solid growth.
Yeah.
What about their ARR?
Yeah, so their digital media annual recurring revenue, or
Right.
ARR,
Right.
it hit $17.63 billion.
Okay.
That's a 12.6% jump year over year.
Wow.
So that tells you they're not just attracting new users, they're
Yeah.
keeping them, which is key for the subscription business.
Recurring revenue. Yeah, that's so important.
Yeah, it's the lifeblood.
But let's talk about the big elephant in the room. AI.
Okay.
Adobe has been making some pretty bold moves in this space.
Yeah.
How is AI, shaping their financial performance and their growth strategy?
Well, AI is the driving force behind Adobe's future.
Okay.
I mean, plain and simple,
Yeah.
it's not just a feature they're adding to existing products.
Right.
It's a core part of their strategy.
I see.
And we see that reflected in the financials.
Okay.
AI is playing a key role in both acquiring new customers and keeping existing ones happy.
So give us some concrete examples then.
Sure.
Which AI-powered products are really moving the needle for Adobe?
Well, we already talked about the Acrobat AI Assistant,
Right.
but there's also Firefly, which is attracting both those pros, the seasoned professionals,
Right.
and a whole new generation of creators.
Cool.
We're talking over 1 billion assets generated monthly on Firefly.
That's insane.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And their new Firefly app, it's a game changer for image, vector, and video creation.
Okay.
And they're already monetizing it with, tiered subscription plans.
So they're not just building these AI tools,
Yes.
they're figuring out how to make money from them.
Exactly, yeah.
What about their enterprise-focused AI offerings?
Okay, so that's where Adobe Sensei GenStudio comes in.
Okay.
This is a really powerful tool for
Yeah.
marketers and enterprises that are looking to create personalized experiences at scale.
Okay.
And it's already exceeding $1 billion in ARR.
Hold on. $1 billion.
$1 billion, yeah.
That's wild. What's driving that kind of success?
Well, it's all about the seamless integration and customization. GenStudio brings together creative tools and marketing capabilities, allowing users to craft tailored content across channels.
Right.
Brands and agencies are really flocking to GenStudio because it empowers them to create these highly personalized experiences.
Yeah, that's so important in marketing today.
Yeah, it's gold.
All right, so it sounds like Adobe is really firing on all cylinders, right?
Yeah.
From consumer products to enterprise solutions.
They're on a roll.
But what about the bigger picture, right?
Okay.
How are they navigating the potential uncertainties in the global economy?
Well, despite some economic headwinds, Adobe remains very optimistic about the digital economy and its potential to drive their growth. They see this ongoing digital transformation across industries as a major tailwind, fueling demand for their products and services.
That's a reassuring perspective, especially in these kind of uncertain times.
For sure.
So they're not shying away from the challenges, it sounds like.
They're embracing them.
Let's shift gears for a second, put on our investor hats.
All right.
I know you have a knack for, spotting these really intriguing trade ideas.
Okay.
What's caught your eye based on these earnings?
This earnings call has me thinking.
I love it when you say that. Give it to me. What's your, quote, "This is not financial advice" trade idea?
What if we go long Adobe and simultaneously short a basket of traditional media companies?
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
It's a bold move.
It is.
Betting on disruption and the democratization of content creation.
That's right.
All right, so we'll dig into that a little bit more after the break.
Sounds good. It's a bet that the future of content creation lies with individuals empowered by AI, not the traditional media giants.
So you're betting that Adobe is going to come out on top.
Exactly.
In this new world.
Yeah.
But let's rewind for a moment and talk about Adobe's acquisition strategy.
Sure.
They've been making some pretty big moves lately, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They're not just innovating internally, right?
Right.
They're buying companies.
Yeah, they're strategically acquiring companies.
To strengthen their position?
Yeah, to expand into new markets.
What acquisition stands out to you?
Well, one that really stands out is Figma.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
$20 billion.
$20 billion, yeah.
What was the thinking behind that?
I think it was a clear signal that Adobe is serious about owning the collaborative design space. Which is increasingly moving to the cloud.
Yeah.
Figma had this incredible user base, a reputation for seamless real-time collaboration, which fits perfectly with Adobe's existing suite of tools.
So it was a way to tap into a new market?
Yeah.
Acquire a loyal user base?
Absolutely.
How's that integration going?
It's still early days.
Yeah.
But I think the signs are promising. Adobe has been really smart about it. They've emphasized their commitment to preserving Figma's distinct identity and platform while gradually integrating it into the broader Adobe ecosystem.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance.
It is.
But it seems like they're handling it well so far.
So far, so good, yeah.
Figma isn't their only major acquisition, though, is it?
No, it's not.
What other moves have they made?
Another noteworthy acquisition was Frame.io, which is a cloud-based video collaboration platform. They picked that up in 2021.
So they're really kind of bolstering their video editing capabilities.
Absolutely.
It's a rapidly growing segment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How has Frame.io impacted Adobe's video offerings?
Well, the integration has been really seamless. They've woven Frame.io into Premiere Pro. And After Effects, their flagship video editing software. It enables smoother collaboration, faster feedback loops. And ultimately a more efficient workflow for video professionals.
So they're really building a comprehensive ecosystem for content creators. From ideation to production to collaboration.
That's their goal, yeah.
It's pretty impressive stuff.
It is.
What key insights can investors glean from these acquisitions?
I think what's fascinating here is that Adobe's acquisition strategy reveals a deep understanding of emerging trends in the creative industry.
They're strategically investing in cloud-based platforms, collaborative tools, AI-driven solutions. Putting themselves at the forefront of innovation in this rapidly evolving landscape.
They're not afraid to spend money.
No.
To be the leader.
To stay ahead.
So we've talked about Adobe's products.
Yeah.
We've talked about their acquisitions. We've talked about their AI strategy. What are some of the underlying factors that are contributing to their success in such a competitive market?
Well, I think first and foremost, Adobe has an unparalleled brand reputation.
Sure.
I mean, they're synonymous with quality in the creative industry.
Yeah.
Professionals trust their tools. They've become the industry standard.
Right.
Their transition to a subscription-based model has been incredibly successful, generating a consistent revenue stream.
Right. That recurring revenue allows them to invest heavily.
In research and development.
What else sets them apart? Well, their customer base is a major asset.
Correct.
They have millions of loyal users, from individual creators to large enterprises.
Yeah.
This creates a powerful network effect.
Right. It's that classic flywheel effect.
Exactly.
The more users they attract, the more valuable their platform becomes, which attracts even more users.
That's the idea.
But let's be realistic.
Okay.
No company is invincible.
Right.
Are there any potential challenges or headwinds that investors should be aware of?
Of course. I mean, one of the biggest challenges for any dominant player is competition.
Sure.
You know, while Adobe is the undisputed leader in many creative software categories, new entrants and existing rivals are constantly trying to chip away at their market share.
So who are the key competitors that investors should keep an eye on?
Well, in the design space, you've got Canva and Affinity.
I've heard of those.
They're gaining traction with user-friendly and affordable alternatives.
Makes sense.
And then in the video editing arena, you have competition from Blackmagic Design and Apple's Final Cut Pro.
So it's a dynamic market.
Very much so, yeah.
How is Adobe responding to these competitive threats?
Well, they're not sitting still, I can tell you that.
Okay.
They're constantly innovating, expanding their product offerings, aggressively pursuing new user segments, particularly younger creators and business professionals who are looking for accessible and affordable tools.
Makes sense.
And their AI push is a key part of this strategy, differentiating their offerings and adding significant value for users.
It sounds like they're not resting on their laurels.
No.
They're actively addressing the competitive landscape.
Yeah, they're evolving.
Now, we've discussed their product strategy, their acquisitions, their competitive landscape.
Right.
What other factors are shaping Adobe's future prospects?
Well, the broader macroeconomic environment always plays a role.
Of course.
You know, inflation, potential recessions.
Currency fluctuations.
Right.
All of these things can impact consumer spending and business investments, which could ultimately affect Adobe's growth trajectory.
Those are valid concerns.
Yeah.
How is Adobe mitigating those potential risks?
Well, their diversified revenue streams, their strong brand loyalty, their recurring revenue model.
Right.
These all provide a buffer against economic storms.
Right.
You know, their products are essential tools for many professionals and businesses, making them less susceptible to budget cuts than, you know, discretionary spending categories.
So they're seen as a necessity.
Yeah, more of a necessity than a luxury.
That's a good position to be in.
It is.
Are there any other strategic initiatives on their radar that investors should know about?
Yeah, I think sustainability is becoming an increasingly important focus for Adobe.
Okay.
They've made commitments to reduce their environmental impact, promote diversity and inclusion within their workforce,
and empower creators to use their platforms for social good.
It's encouraging to see a company of their stature prioritizing these issues.
It is.
Are these sustainability efforts just good PR?
I don't think so.
Or are they having a tangible impact on their business?
I think it's more than just good PR.
Okay.
It's about attracting talent,
right,
winning over customers, and maintaining a strong brand reputation.
Sure.
In an era where consumers and investors are demanding more from businesses.
Yeah, they want to see companies doing good in the world.
Absolutely.
It's a smart move.
It is.
Recognizing that sustainability and social responsibility are good for both business and the world.
That's right.
Now, let's shift gears for a moment and revisit that this is not financial advice segment.
Okay.
You teased us with another trade idea based on Adobe's performance.
Yeah.
What's cooking in that brilliant brain of yours?
Okay, hear me out on this one.
Yeah.
What if, in addition to being long Adobe, we also short a basket of legacy design software companies?
All right, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Walk me through your logic.
It's a play on the same thematic shift we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Adobe with its cloud-based platform.
Yeah.
And relentless AI integration is pulling in both seasoned professionals and a whole new generation of creators.
Sure.
This could significantly impact the market share of those traditional desktop-based design software companies who haven't kept up with the times.
So it's a bet that Adobe's innovative approach, particularly in AI, will propel them ahead, leaving those legacy competitors struggling to catch up.
That's the idea.
Risky.
It is.
But I like it.
All right.
But remember, everyone, this is purely hypothetical.
Of course.
For entertainment purposes only.
Right.
It is most definitely not financial advice.
Yeah, this is not financial advice.
Always do your own research.
Please.
Talk to a financial advisor before making any investment decision.
Absolutely.
These trade ideas are just food for thought.
That's right.
Designed to spark conversation.
Yeah.
And maybe get those creative investment juices flowing.
Exactly.
All right, so we've covered a ton of ground today.
We have.
From Adobe's knockout financial performance and their AI-powered growth engine to their strategic acquisitions, the competitive landscape, and even their commitment to sustainability. What are the key takeaways you think our listeners should walk away with today?
I think if there's one thing to remember, it's that Adobe is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
They're not just meeting expectations, they're blowing them out of the water.
Yeah, they had a really good quarter.
They did.
They're innovating at a breakneck pace, making savvy acquisitions to bolster their offerings and expertly navigating a competitive market.
Oh, that's right.
And they're not just focused on profits.
Right.
They're taking proactive steps to address global economic challenges and prioritize sustainability.
I think all signs point to a company well-positioned for continued success.
It's an impressive track record for sure.
It is.
But what about the road ahead?
Okay.
What trends and potential growth drivers should investors keep a close eye on?
Well, the creator economy is exploding. With more individuals and businesses than ever embracing content creation.
Right.
Adobe, with its comprehensive suite of tools, is in the perfect position to ride this wave.
It's like they're handing out surfboards.
Yeah.
At the start of a tsunami of creativity.
That's a good way to put it.
And Adobe is leading the charge.
They are.
What other trends are shaping the landscape?
Well, the metaverse, while still in its early stages, holds immense potential for creative expression and immersive experiences.
I see.
Adobe is already dipping its toes into those waters, exploring how its tools can be used to create and interact with virtual and augmented reality.
So they're not just focused on the present, they're looking ahead to the future of how we create and experience content. That's right. Any other growth drivers we should have on our radar?
I think the increasing adoption of AI across all industries is another massive opportunity for Adobe.
Yeah.
Their AI-powered tools are not just boosting creativity, they're streamlining workflows, automating tasks, generating valuable insights, driving efficiency and productivity gains for businesses of all sizes.
It's not just a cool gimmick.
No.
It's a powerful tool.
It is.
For business transformation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any final thoughts for our listeners as they ponder Adobe's potential?
I think Adobe has a rich history of innovation.
Yeah.
A rock-solid brand, an incredibly loyal customer base, and a forward-thinking leadership team. You know, they're facing competitive pressures and economic uncertainties.
Sure, like any company.
Just like any company, yeah.
But their strategic focus on AI, their commitment to sustainability, and their ability to adapt to a rapidly changing market make them a really compelling investment opportunity.
I think so.
They're a company that's shaping the future of the digital economy.
I agree.
Well said. It's been an insightful deep dive into Adobe's earnings.
Yeah, it has.
And the exciting possibilities that lie ahead.
For sure.
As always, this is not financial advice.
Please.
Do your own research.
Yes.
Talk to your financial advisor.
Absolutely.
And make informed decisions.
Right.
What stood out to you from our conversation today? What questions are swirling in your mind?
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and insights.
For sure.
Until next time, happy investing. Okay, so you were saying you had another trade idea?
Oh, yeah. Based on Adobe's performance?
Okay, I'm all ears. What's this? This is not financial advice. Trade idea.
All right, so hear me out on this one. What if, in addition to being long Adobe, we also short a basket of legacy design software companies?
Okay, so you're doubling down on Adobe's success here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's a play on that same thematic shift we discussed earlier.
Right.
Adobe, with their cloud-based platform and that constant AI integration, it's pulling in both the pros, those seasoned professionals, and a whole new generation of creators.
Right.
And this could have a huge impact, I think, on the market share of those traditional desktop-based design software companies.
The ones who haven't quite kept up with the times, you're saying.
Exactly, yeah. The ones who are stuck in the past.
So you're betting that Adobe's innovative approach, especially with AI, is going to propel them ahead, leaving those legacy competitors in the dust.
That's the bet, yeah.
Risky, but I kind of like it.
It is risky, yeah. It's definitely a high-risk, high-reward type of play.
Of course. And everyone, got to remind you, this is purely hypothetical for entertainment purposes only.
Right. This is not financial advice.
Always do your own research. Talk to your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.
Absolutely. You got to do your homework.
All right. So we've covered a ton of ground today. Adobe's amazing financial performance, their AI strategy, their strategic acquisitions, the competition, even sustainability.
It's been a busy deep dive.
What are your big takeaways? What should our listeners remember from this conversation?
I think the main thing is Adobe is on fire right now. They're not just meeting expectations, they're smashing them. They're innovating, acquiring smart companies, and navigating a tough market like pros.
Yeah, they're really firing on all cylinders.
And they're not just chasing profits either. They're taking those steps to address, those global economic challenges and prioritizing sustainability.
It's good to see a company that's doing well and doing good,
Yeah, exactly. And all signs point to, continued success for them. I think they're well positioned for the future.
It's an impressive track record. But what about the road ahead? What should investors watch for? What are those potential growth drivers?
Well, the creator economy is just exploding. More people and businesses are creating content than ever before.
It's a content creation frenzy.
It is, and Adobe's in a perfect position to capitalize on that.
They've got the tools.
Yeah, they have the whole suite.
What else is shaping the landscape?
Well, the metaverse, I think. It's early days still.
Right.
But it holds huge potential for creative expression, immersive experiences.
Yeah, it's a whole new world.
Adobe's already starting to explore those waters.
Dip their toes in.
Yeah, they're figuring out how their tools can be used in, virtual and augmented reality.
So they're not just focused on the here and now.
No, they're thinking long term.
They're thinking about the future of how we create.
That's right.
Any other growth drivers.
I think the increasing adoption of AI across industries is another massive opportunity for Adobe. Their AI tools aren't just about making things look pretty. They're about efficiency, automation, insights for businesses.
Yeah, it's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly, yeah.
Any parting words of wisdom for our listeners as they consider Adobe's potential?
Well, Adobe's got a history of innovation, a strong brand, loyal customers, and a smart leadership team. Sure, they face competition and economic uncertainty, but they're focusing on AI, sustainability, and adapting to change. That makes them a really interesting investment opportunity.
Yeah, they're a company to watch, for sure.
I think they're shaping the future.
It's been a great deep dive into Adobe's earnings and their future. As always, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, talk to a financial advisor, and make those informed decisions. What stood out to you from our conversation? What are you thinking about now? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, happy investing.